Hi everyone, so today I am filming the DCP Parks tag. So last week I filmed the DCP tag, which is all about the program and like other just like Disney related things, and now this is one that is specifically for the parks. So if you haven't watched my DCP tag, I would suggest doing that first, and I will link it up top. As well, I have come up with my Disney bucket list for my program. So if you haven't watched that, I will try to link that to you. Alright, so let's jump right into it. So question number 1 is, when was the first time you visited a Disney park? So the very first time I went to a Disney park, I was 2 years old, and this was at Disneyland. So since I'm on the west coast of Canada, Disneyland has always been my home park because it is the closest. And the very first time I went was actually a massive family vacation, so I think there were probably around 25 of us or so. So it was my grandparents on my mom's side, all of my aunts and uncles on that side as well, and then all of my cousins. And my mom has, there's 6 kids in her family, so a really big family. So we all went together. I think we stayed in the Disneyland hotel, I want to say, but I'm not 100% sure. There's tons of video and stuff from that vacation, which is awesome. I was like really cute. I was a cute kid. And I'll try and show some pictures from that as well. So here are some pictures from that very first trip. There's a little bit of glare. That's my sister and I looking super cool. Our matching sunglasses in the hot tub. Also peep those sunsuits, which we actually wear in a lot of photos. Like this one, we're wearing sunsuits, which were like for the water to protect our delicate skin, especially my delicate ginger skin. So we're meeting Pooh. Here we are in the teacups. I think this must have been at Universal, because I think that's supposed to be Lucille Ball. That's us meeting Mickey. And okay, for the longest time, I literally thought, if you look right here, it's Mickey's leg, but I thought that was my leg until like a year ago, which is embarrassing. And then in the teacups again, and meeting Pluto. Alright, so question number 2 is, what is your favorite Disney park? So I don't know if this means like as in Disney World, Disneyland, Tokyo Disney, Disneyland Paris, or specifically like Walt Disney World parks. But I would say my favorite Walt Disney World park is Animal Kingdom, as I've said before. And my favorite like world park, I mean Disneyland always will hold a soft spot for me, just because I've been there so many times. But I feel like that's probably going to change once I work at Disney World. And also, Disneyland Paris has a special place in my heart too, because my sister and I went there when we were backpacking in Europe after she graduated, and that was just like so much fun. We went there on a total whim, and it was really, really awesome. Alright, question number 3 is, what is your happiest single moment in a Disney park? This is a really hard question. I feel like I haven't necessarily had like a huge magical moment in the parks, but I think the last time I was in Disney World a couple weeks ago, it was just really exciting to think like I could be working here, and I found out actually a couple days after I got back that I would be, but I think that was just really cool, like going around everywhere and being like, wow, like I could be a cast member soon. That was really cool. Also at the same time, I was thinking like, okay, I could not be chosen for this program, and this might be the last time I'm going here for a long time. So yeah. So number 4 is, what is your favorite Disney purchase? I have a cat here. Hello. No, come here. Come here. Oh. Okay, I lost the cat. Try that again. Number 4, what is your favorite Disney purchase? I would say probably starting back in 2011 when I went to Disneyland Paris is when my sister and I started going to Disneyland regularly, and I started collecting mugs a lot, so I would always come home with a mug, and I just like mugs because they're cute and they're also practical, so I can actually use them. So I like having things like, obviously, that I can get some use out of, and then I always get a magnet as well, and I usually try and get something with a year on it so I can remember when I went. So I'd probably say, yeah, my mugs and my magnet. Also, the first thing I ever stole was from Disneyland Paris. But don't tell anyone that, even though I just told the internet. It was just a keychain, and no one was there, like, and my sister pressured me into doing it, so I did it! Alright, number 5 is, what is your favorite Disney attraction? That's a really hard question as well. I think all these are really hard. I would say I have a couple favorites. So, Test Track I love for, like, thrill, because I do like speed. I don't like drops, though, so it's a really good one for that, as well as, like, theming. And then I also really love rides that are, like, themed and nostalgic, so things like the Little Mermaid ride. Pirates of the Caribbean is one of my favorites. The one in Disneyland's a lot better, though. And yeah, just like ones like that that are really nostalgic. I'm not much of a thrill ride person, although I will force myself to go on some of the roller coasters when I am there, and I'll end up enjoying it, but also be like low-key terrified the whole time. One ride that you probably won't ever see me on again is Tower of Terror. So I've been on that ride once, and that was in Disneyland Paris, and it's so much scarier when like half of it is in French and you can't understand what they're saying. But basically my sister and I were like walking through, and we had never been on it before, and we were like, you know, kind of joking way, we were like, okay, if the line's like less than, like we said, like less than 30 minutes, we'll do it, haha, like there's no way it's going to be. And then we walked by and it was like 5 or 10 minutes, so we had to do it, and it was terrifying. Like, I know in my bucket list video I said I wanted to do every single attraction, but that ride just literally scares the living shit out of me. So if someone can get me on there, that is a challenge to all of you. If someone can get me on there, that would be cool. I feel like I need to do it once again, but I just really don't like it. Question number 6. Which character do you have to meet when you go to the Disney parks? I feel like I don't really have to meet any of them. I'm not a huge character meet and greet person, but I do always try and get a picture with Mickey, just because it's classic. Also, I find character interactions so awkward, especially when they can talk to you. Like, they're acting, and then, like, you're acting, and I just find them so uncomfortable, because, like, I'm not a little kid anymore, and I know what's going on, so I don't know if anyone else finds them, like, super duper awkward, but I just, like, ugh, to me they're so cringy, so I love when the characters can't talk. It makes it so much easier. Also, was expecting Mickey not to talk the last time I met him, but it was the talking Mickey on Main Street in Magic Kingdom, and that is terrifying, although I've heard they're getting rid of it. But yeah, not into that. Number 7 is, if you could build a Disney attraction off of your favorite movie, what would it be? So my absolute favorite Disney movie is Hercules. There is literally no Hercules merch in the parks. The only thing you can find is there's one Hercules magic band, and there's a plush of Pegasus, like a little baby Pegasus. That's literally it. It's so upsetting. So I would probably make some kind of ride that's Hercules with all the like amazing soundtrack, and maybe you're like riding on Pegasus through something, and there's like Hades, and because he's the best villain. I don't know. Yeah, probably something Hercules themed. Number 8 is, what is your favorite Disney Parks restaurant? So I haven't been to a lot of them in Disney World, but right now I'd probably say Trails End at Fort Wilderness Campground. It's an all-you-can-eat buffet. I have a video of it in one of my Disney World vlog videos. I can't remember which one. But it is incredible, the amount of food you can get for the price. I haven't done it for breakfast or lunch yet. I've heard it's really good for breakfast, and cast members get 40% off. Woo! But I did it for dinner, and it was just like insane. Like, there's so much food, and it was actually really good. I'm one of those people that thinks park food is absolute shite. Like, it's not good. It's a lot better than in Disneyland, in Disney World, I think, but still really not great. So right now Trails End, but I'm sure that'll change once I go to more of the restaurants. Alright, number 9 is describe a situation when a cast member went above and beyond for you. The only thing I can kind of think of is this last time, because we were staying in a Disney resort, you can get your bags delivered right to your room, or so you think. So our plane lands, we go right to get on the Magical Express to go back to our room, and they're like, yeah, usually, and this is probably around 10 p.m. or so, it's quite late, and we had been up since like 2 o'clock that morning, our time, Victoria time, so 3 hours before Orlando time, and they're like, yeah, it'll be delivered like in a couple of hours, so we're like, okay, that's fine, like, but we kept going down to check, because they said they had no record of our bags. So I was calling the airline, like this and that, and like one of the bags couldn't be accounted for, one of them they said it was still in the airport. It was just an absolute shit show. And I'm in like a full panic, thinking I'm not going to get my bag. Becky ends up getting her bag that night, pretty late, I think like around midnight or so. And I thought it was going to be my bag. So I was like, oh god, like, I'm literally in my onesie that I've been in since the night before. Like, I have nothing. I have none of my stuff. It's all in my checked bag. And we're trying to get into the parks. It's our first morning. We're trying to get into the parks really early. So I walk down to, like, the luggage area, guns a-blazing, just, like, ready to rip someone a new asshole because my bag's not there. And then there's a really nice guy who, like, my bag was delivered in the middle of the night. He gave it to me. I was like, cool. But the night before, we had a good interaction. I don't know where I was going with this answer. But basically, there was one guy in the evening who was very helpful and, like, was really trying to help me find my bag. So that was kind of that. But moral of this story, never opt for Disney to get your baggage and take it to your resort, because depending on when you land, you might not get it, you might be in a full panic. So I would suggest just picking up your baggage and putting it on the bus yourself. Pro tip. Okay, so last but not least, number 10 is plan your perfect Disney vacation, including your perfect resort, restaurant, park, and show. So this is really hard. I would love to stay in one of the bungalows at the Polynesians. So they're like those little bungalows in the Maldives that are like over water, and just like super cool. I would love to stay in one of those, or just in like the bougiest room at the Grand Floridian, or also Animal Kingdom Lodge, because that looks really cool. And then restaurant, I don't know yet. I really want to do afternoon tea at the Grand Floridians. It'd probably include that, especially the really expensive one. There's like $175 tea that's like, I don't even know how you can spend that much on tea. It's kind of whack. Or go to Victoria and Albert's, which is like the most expensive restaurant there, and probably really good. And I think the only place that there's a dress code, so like, that's cool. And then show, I really like Festival of the Lion King. I really like the Finding Nemo show. It was down the last time I was there. And Happily Ever After. Oh, the emo for Happily Ever After. I'm gonna like bawl my eyes out the first time I see it on my program. Yeah, I think that's probably it. Alright, so if you guys did like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give it a thumbs up anyway. Make sure you subscribe, comment, do all those things. Follow me on every social media platform that you can. And I really hope that I can film a bunch more videos before I go. It's really hard. I'm trying to think of things to film. If you have any ideas, definitely let me know what they are, because I'm running out of things to do, and I want to keep updating everyone. Alright, I'll see you guys real soon. Bye!
What can I say except you're welcome for the tides, the sun, the sky.